UFOs are piloted by future humans, our descendants, renowned biological anthropology professor suggests. The vast distances covered by extraterrestrial quote unquote visitors may be temporal rather than spatial, claims renowned professor. Michael Masters, professor of biological anthropology at the Montana State University of Technology, USA, has written a book entitled Identified Flying Objects, a multidisciplinary scientific approach to the UFO phenomenon of UFOs, which offers a new perspective and some thought-provoking suggestions. Masters believes that given the accelerating pace in science, technology, and engineering, it is possible that people of the future will develop the knowledge necessary to return to the past. The purpose of the book is to create a new discussion between believers and skeptics. Masters told Space.com portal, I took an interdisciplinary approach to try to understand the mysteries of this phenomenon. Our job as scientists is to ask big questions and try to find answers to unknown questions. Something is going on here, and we should talk about it. We must be at the forefront of trying to find out what it is, end quote. Masters notes that stories of close contact with extraterrestrials generally describe UFO pilots as binary, hairless, humanoid beings with large brains, large eyes, small noses, and small mouths. Furthermore, in some cases, it's been reported that the creatures have the ability to communicate with us in our own languages and have advanced technology, but clearly rely on the technology we know. Furthermore, he believes that through the exhaustive analysis of coherent patterns of biocultural exchange throughout human evolution, as well as recent advances in our understanding of time travel, we can begin to consider this possibility in the context of a currently unexplained phenomenon. Masters says the book connects these known aspects of our evolutionary history with what is still an unproven and unverified aspect of UFOs and extraterrestrials. We know where we are here. We know there are people. We know that we have had a long evolutionary history on this planet. And we know that our technology will be more advanced in the future. I think the simplest explanation in an innate way is that the extraterrestrial visitors are us. I'm just trying to offer what might be the most outrageous explanation, he said. As an anthropologist who has worked on numerous archaeological digs in Africa, France, and across the United States, Masters notes that it's easy to see how much more we could learn about our own evolutionary history if we had the technology today to go back in time intervals. Masters continues and he says the alleged abduction reports are most scientific. It's likely that future anthropologists, historians, and linguists who will return will gain information in a way that we cannot today without access to this technology. However, I think some of their intentions are also tourism. There is no doubt in the future there are those who will pay a lot of money to have the chance to go back and watch their favorite story. Some of the most popular tourist spots are the pyramids of Giza and Machu Picchu in Peru, ancient and prehistoric sites. However, most of the scientific community disagrees with the theory proposed by Masters. Some of his colleagues say that the anthropologist tries to infer the evolutionary history of aliens from eyewitness accounts, so he takes these stories too seriously. Quote, there is nothing in this book that can be taken seriously, as it depends on the belief that time travel is not only possible but real, end quote, said Robert Schaefer, an American freelance writer and UFO skeptic. Quote, our distant descendants are supposed to have learned about time travel and traveled in time to visit us, end quote. Quote, this, then according to Masters, you just spin something fast enough and it will start to warp space or even send things back in time. This is a very dubious statement, end quote. But Masters has also found support in some scientists, such as astronomer David Darling, who acknowledges that if it is taken for granted that some UFOs are alien craft, it's equally responsible to assume that they could be time machines of our own future. Even Larry Lemke, retired NASA aerospace engineer, finds the possibility of future visitors in time travel intriguing. Lemke stated that the idea of a person finding ways to manipulate space-time would explain many things about UFO phenomenon, including the disturbing tic-tac-shaped objects encountered by U.S. military pilots. Putting aside the controversy between scientists, Masters believes that using an interdisciplinary science approach to the UFO phenomena is what is needed to solve this mystery once and for all. The premise that UFOs are piloted by humans from the future could explain the phenomenon, according to Masters' reasoning. This is translated for you from a Greek article. What do you think? Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.